Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Basti. I'm an independent trader with years of experience in all things crypto trading. If you're looking for chart analysis, trading prognosis, and of course, trading news, then you've come to the right place. Let's go. Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. As you can see on my screen, I have my Twitter account for those of you who speak German and want to follow me there. And also I have a Telegram group as well in German for those of you who want to stay up to date with the latest in crypto news. So let's get right to it and take a look at our 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, where we can still see that we remain in the downtrend at the moment, although we have tried several times to break out of the resistance of the downtrend. We still haven't been able to do so. We did have a few fake outs here and here, but we really haven't been able to get out of it. So we do have two resistance lines, one that we can find at 39,600 US dollars and then at 37,323 US dollars. These two have become our resistance, and as we can see, we are currently trading at the first resistance at 37,323 US dollars. We did have, of course, a very strong sell-off, and then we found a relatively good support here. And as we can see here in the 15-minute chart, we do have a very strong V formation that we formed right here at the bottom. And I mentioned this, I think, in my previous two videos, and that is that a V formation is a very strong bullish signal, at least for the short time frame. As you can see, the price pushed all the way down to 33,000 US dollars, which was my entry point for buying more Bitcoin. So as far as we find ourselves in the moment, the trade has been a very good one. Another important thing is that we did find support at the 34,244 price, which for me, basically what that means is that if we do manage to come down again, we probably will start at this support line before we do get another bounce and continue to consolidate inside our green support box. And what is this green support box? Well, as I mentioned before, the box represents two previous periods of accumulation that we've had, one here and one here. And for me, what that means is as long as we do stay within this range of 36,500 US dollars and 30,000 US dollars. So basically, as long as we stay within this range, and it could be that we stay here for about a month or two, for example, where the price will continue to consolidate and accumulate more buyers. The important thing is that we don't have a daily close below our support line here at the bottom. So if we do manage to close below 30,000 US dollars, that would be a very, very bad sign. Now let's have a look at our crypto fear and greed index at the moment. The index is significantly, and let me put that basically in quotation marks, going up from 12 points to 23 points today. And by taking a look at the chart below, we can see that there has been some hope that has come into the market. However, I'd say don't get your hopes up with just, this 23 point increase. As you can see, we're still at the lower end of our 30 and 15 mark, which is the very same range that we had in between May and July of last year. So I just say, keep an eye out for this. As for me on this channel, we'll continue to monitor the situation here. So there was another thing that I wanted to share with you that I found very interesting on the 30-minute chart, and that is a possible cup and handle pattern that has formed and already has had a retest, which is where we find ourselves at the moment. And a cup and handle pattern is, for this, let me bring this graphic here that I've shared for the gold members of Pitbull Trading. And that is, again, the cup and handle pattern, that it's a bullish sign. As the name describes it, here we have our cup, and then here we have our handle, followed by a breakout with the retest and then a pump towards the top. And this is a very strong bullish continuation pattern, which means that the pattern forms after coming from an uptrend, which then confirms the uptrend again. And because it continues the pattern, then it should continue in a bullish direction. So let's readjust our window here for a moment so you guys can see that clearly. Let me move this a bit over so you can see it better. And so yeah, here's the comparison. As you can see, we do have the cup and then the handle with the confirmation, which in this case is a very nice retest for our 37,332 US dollar support line. So all that to say that this could be a very good sign for us at the moment, and the technical price target would be just about, let's see here, 39,000 US dollars. A price which of course can bring us into this area of consolidation, which I mentioned before. If we do manage to come back in, we will continue to see the same behavior of consolidation here before we visit the next resistance at 39,600 US dollars. But at the same time, as you can see, we do have a resistance line for the downtrend that I've mentioned at the beginning of the video. So we do have to manage to break out of here if we do want to feel a bit more confident about the direction in which the market goes. Having said all that, I would say that for today, it's very, very important that we don't do anything, even if we do have this bullish pattern here. Of course, this is just my own advice. Don't do anything. Later today, the decision by the Feds will be announced. Then we will know if the Feds decide to keep the interest rates as they are at the moment, if they will raise them on March 16th, or even if they say they're not going to raise them at all. Anything really is possible at this moment. That's why I suggest to keep our feet still and wait to hear what they have to say. And so for those of you who speak German, tonight at 7:30 p.m. I'm going to be carrying out a live stream. So please help me by clicking like on this video so we can reach 1,000 likes so that others too will know about our live stream tonight. Looking at this table here, we see that at the moment we are at 0.25%, and I personally don't think they're going to raise the interest tonight. But the important date is on the 16th of March, where on this date at 7 p.m. the Feds are expected to raise the interest rates. Now, what does that mean for the markets? Well, as you've seen in the last couple of days or more, that the markets have taken the news very, very badly by liquidating most of the gains they've had from previous months. And as a result, Bitcoin also has been following suit of what happens in the traditional markets. So if they do raise the interest, that's bad for the markets, but good for the inflation. On the other hand, if they pump fresh money into the market, that's bad for the inflation, but then that would be good for the markets. So as you can see, it is a game of balance that either way is bad for the economy. Another thing I wanted to show you in the news is that the Russian Finance Ministry officials have been calling for crypto regulations and not restriction, which of course, if the Finance Ministry is for cryptos, then that's a very good sign, and definitely much better than if they were to restrict it or to ban it, which is not what they're going for. So as with everything, this is something that could influence the market at large. So this is definitely something for us to keep our eye on. So now let's have a look at what Ethereum is doing. And as we can see, Ethereum is not performing on par with Bitcoin. Bitcoin already did manage to take out this high here. And of course, Ethereum hasn't been able to do that yet. And that's not a very good sign. So the name of the game is we have to come over the 2,536 US dollar line, retest, and then hopefully visit the 2,632 before we make the next ascending move. If we can do that, then we might push the price lower to the 2,318 US dollar line. And right now we are even building a small rising wedge, as you can see, which we could probably even see a breakdown that will take us again, like I mentioned, to the $2,318 line. So we should keep that in our vision for today in the smaller time frames. Also, if we do look at our daily chart for Ethereum, we see that at the moment the picture is very bearish for the coin. So if we don't manage to break out and instead the price continues to break down, then the next area we can find ourselves in is just above the 1,050 US dollar line. And those, of course, that would be a very big loss in a relative small period of time. So I'm interested to see what you guys think, if the price of Bitcoin will manage to pump and or if it's going to continue to break down. Please leave that in your comments below. And Ethereum, of course, is dependent on what Bitcoin does. And the same situation pretty much applies across the board when it comes to altcoins. We can see that by XRP as well as by Cardano, where yesterday we did have a bit of a bounce, but either way, the picture in general looks very bearish. And if we look at the Bitcoin dominance, it's exactly what I said yesterday that would happen. We are exactly at the 43 percentage point, which for me is a sign that Bitcoin will continue to rise in dominance and the altcoins are going to have trouble doing that. However, if we were to see a lot of money come into Bitcoin and then we get a big pump in the market, then of course the altcoins will also be pushed up, but not as significantly as Bitcoin would. In other words, it is my opinion that we are not in a altcoin season at the moment, and thus we should be very careful when it comes to trading them right now. If you're interested in trading, you can find the links in the description below, and you can also become part of the team that I coach. But for now, we do have to keep an eye on the market and the dominance. So I would say that is all for the video today. Remember that tonight, for those who speak German, at 7:30, that's when we start a live stream. And for now, let's just hope that this bullish cup and handle pattern does play out and that we could confirm $37,333 as a support, as we can see here and here. And hopefully if we do confirm it, then we get to see another pump upwards. I personally believe and hope that if the Fed say today, yeah, we're going to leave the interest rates as they are for now, and they will be raised only on March 16, which was already known to everybody, then we could get to see a small pump that could take us to the 39,600 US dollars price line, because it has always been like that. Every time that they do keep the interest rates steady, we have seen a pump of about 1,000, 2,000 US dollars. And that should bring us up to this very important zone up here. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do follow and like the channel. And my name is Basti. Bye bye.